Okay, we'll just explain it
I
to
think, isn't there a link in your
That's a
PowerPoint?
commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing else.
Okay, well the idea is it's a 2D platformer, an action art game being developed for iPhone and Android phone. And Cole, you play as an alien slave who's been kind of created for this one purpose, which is to shovel coal into the furnace that powers the SS spaceship, which is what you're on. And at first, all the game does is tell you to shovel coal, but in that introduction sequence, you can choose to disobey the game's instructions, and you can kind of escape that coal room, and then you get to start exploring the rest of the huge, massive, imaginative spaceship, and you have a big adventure where you meet a bunch of other people who've escaped, and try to figure out what the spaceship is for, and you meet these other aliens who are trying to find these small ways to make their lives more meaningful. Yeah. And do you know if this has audio on it?
Oh, it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll point it down.
All right. So I'd like to show you a teaser trailer we made for the game.
Is your life monotonous?
Yes.
How about routine?
Yeah.
Well, meet Cole, the perfect companion to your dull, repetitive life. In Cole, you play as an alien slave. Bring Cole from one side of the room to the other, then start all over. Cole is monotonous, rote, with nothing unexpected or surprising at all.
Nothing? Wow.
Game Person magazine says, no surprising twists or turns. Exactly what it says it is.
Wow. It's just like my terrible life. Thanks, Cole.
Cole! Play Cole today. A simple coal shoveling simulator. That's all it is.
So you can see with that, we're kind of trying to keep it a secret that the game isn't just a game about shoveling coal. That way it's like a big surprise for the player when they find out, oh, I can escape this cool coal game, and it's like a huge adventure. So we're really trying to make this a memorable and unique adventure. So what we're looking for from any DR students who want to work with us is the first and probably the biggest one is a chess simulation. The end kind of sequence of our game, we want to make it like really, memorable. We don't want it to just be like a big boss fight, because that's how every adventure game ever ends, and people will be expecting that. But we want something like unique that relates to the themes of our games, And what we have planned right now is that you actually play a real chess game with this character who you've been chasing. You think they've been the villain the whole time, but you kind of meet up with them, and it turns out they're not such a bad guy, and you have the choice to either kill him or talk with him and play this chess game. We also need help with our dialogue editing system, because a big part of this game is meeting all these different people who escaped the coal room. They all have these different personalities. They all have these dialogue trees that you get to meet them through, and we need help setting those up. We want to have really complex characters who are really seem like they're there. So we have a lot of dialogue trees we need to put in this game. We need to be able to trigger certain animations when they say certain things. We need the characters to react differently if the player has done this. For example, if the player has just started hitting them with their shovel, they're going to talk to you differently than if you just walk into the room or something like that. So help creating a dialogue editing pipeline is something that we need. We were also looking for a web designer, but Apurva Shetty, who's right there, right? She already jumped on that. She looked at the slides beforehand and snatched that up. So yeah, this just explains what I just said. The chess simulation key sequence in the game's finale involves a player playing an actual game of chess. So we want help researching, should we use one of these open source chess AIs? I kind of looked those up and saw that there's a few of those. Should we try developing our own? How do we integrate that into the game and designing a touch interface that's easy for the player? Dialogue editing pipeline. We're not sure if we want to use XML documents or how we want to store all these complex interactions with all these varied characters. and finally this is not available. So if any of these interest you, please come up and talk to me after the presentations, or you can email me there. Yeah, say what draws you to this project and what relevant experience you have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright. Career lab, we went through that. So Steve to Slim.
Hi everyone. No worries, man. Hi everyone. I'm Pat Bales. I'm the lead designer for Sneak to Slim. Unfortunately, our lead couldn't make it today. So Sneak to Slim is a third-person PvP action stealth game where 4 players plot against each other and try to steal the most treasure from a heist. We have a little video of our prototype. So that ball in the middle there is a treasure, and the players basically are just competing to attack each other, and if you manage to attack each other, you get to steal the treasure, and you bring it back to your base, and you get a point. And then it comes back. And those yellow characters are guards, and if you get caught by the guards, you'll drop the treasure and get sent back to your base. So we're really trying to, this is a little bit, so this is actually closer to what our game looks like now. It's more, we're focusing more on the sneaking rather than the combat. So we have these little alcoves, and those big gray pillars are vases that players can break to make noise. That'll draw the attention of guards. So there, one player just got the treasure, and then this other guy came over and stole it off of him. Now he's gonna go score. Okay, so for the direct research tasks, because our game is a networked game, we'd like to have a user system so that each person can have a unique profile. Depending on how that goes, we could add achievements, we could do unique loadouts. There's a lot we could do with a user system. A lobby system, which we would like to do in Engine, so we're making the game in the Unreal Development Kit, so learning that or knowing that is essential. We would love tool programmers, Steam integration, and kind of as a lower priority, we'd be interested in some kind of payment system. So
if you do Steam, don't you get a payment system?
yeah,
And don't you get a lobby system?
I don't think that Steam has a lobby system, and does Steam do like microtransaction stuff?
Yeah.
That's built in?
So yeah, well, they have the option to do all of that.
Yes.
I mean, I think they have the option for you to use their lobby system, but you don't have to. It's sort of like, you can select a lot of different pieces of art.
Okay.
So if
Steam
you
is-
get Steam integration, then you don't need the other ones.
Right. So
Yeah, somebody needs to look into it.
yes. Anyway, if any of those sound
Is anybody in 523 talking about this stuff?
523 mobile games?
Network games.
Network games.
No,
What about it?
doing a project on this game.
Yeah, we talked about that just in chat.
yeah, if any of those sound interesting, come talk to me, or you should email our team lead, Jiaotan Chen, and that's his email there. Right.
Thank you.
Tree of Life representative. No one's here.
No one's here.
Skip that.
Skip that.
Well, I can't really talk about it for them. But it's a 2.5D side-scrolling action. They made it for player co-op. So these are the stuff they're looking for. They're building it for the PlayStation Vita. And yeah, you might just want to talk to them. And also, for their Sneak to Slim Tree of Life, if you want to know more information, just shoot them an email and ask them about it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of great stuff you're not seeing here. So, Dr. Ben.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me. So I am a pediatrician. I am, I guess you'd call a games for health expert, and I got to this point by working with kids with serious illnesses at a number of famous camps created by actor Paul Newman, and all those Newman's Own products, all that lemonade hopefully you have drunk in your life, has gone to enable kids with serious medical conditions to actually be kids in a medical environment that's a stealth medical environment. And I got put together with a number of people in entertainment and technology to create a company that that have a lot of fun creating games and interfaces for healthcare. And then I started my own company called Dr. Benton Company, and I'm developing a couple of different game documents. One which we started working on during the summer here in the summer course for mobile games, and it was called Banana Phylaxis, and I actually worked with Chip Bond here on that, and it was a platformer game in Unity 3D that really got to a very basic point of gameplay that didn't end up teaching what I wanted to be taught. And either we continue to develop this game or take what we learned over the summer about this game and create something a little bit different. Almost start with more of a strategy game, and I'll explain a little bit about what we'll be working on. Who here knows someone who has a food allergy or a gluten allergy? Anybody? Or anybody have those issues themselves? You don't have to admit it. Okay.
Seafood allergy.
Okay, so there you go. Okay, 25 million people in the United States have different kinds of food allergies. And all the people who care about them and spend time with them need to know what they should and shouldn't eat, these people, so that they can stay safe, right? For a kid to be able to go to someone else's house and sleep over, they need to understand what's safe for them or what's not. And I'm wanting to create a game environment where they can learn these things. Or the person they're going to go sleep over at the person they're going to sleep over at their house, that they would know how to keep the person safe. So that's the whole idea behind what this game is to teach. Let's see here, what do we got? The reason why it's called banana phylaxis is because anaphylaxis means it's basically a near deadly or near fatal reaction to eating food when you have a food allergy. It's called anaphylaxis. And so we just said banana phylaxis, and the main character's name was Phil. So that's why banana phylaxis. So any doctor would crack up at that if they were listening to that.
Doctor joke.
There, it's a total doctor joke. So what we're thinking of is a Unity 3D. I'm looking for 2 to 3 programmers who are interested in working with us to create this serious game. Probably more the mechanics of the game, not so much the whole build out. I have a very good artist who eventually will work with us to create the characters, and he's with Nickelodeon, and so if you want to also have a contact with somebody who's a very accomplished artist and have that on your dossier, please come see us to work on this game together. Also part of this game, once somebody gets sick, you can see them getting sick from eating these foods. It's sort of hot potato game meets a food fight. And through the process of having a food fight, you then get to guess what the other player's food allergies are. And in that process, you learn about what foods are and are not okay to eat, given the specific food allergies you have. So I'm looking for an iOS. We want to work on iOS for iPad primarily, but if it could work on iPhone as well, that would be great. These are various things. There'll be a store involved. There's behavior modification and motivation elements to the programming, and then a dashboard for parents to monitor the progress of whoever's playing the game. That's a big part of my hope by the end of the semester. And let's see, you just need C# and Unity 3D. Let's see, if you want to see what we did over the summer, come see me. I have it on iPad, and that's my contact information. So please contact me if you want to work on this with me. And that's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Speaking of aisles.
Hello everyone, my name is Nestle. I'm a graduate student in the Animation and Digital Arts division, and I have a lot of respect for computer scientists, so I really appreciate your time and attention. I'm working on my thesis project right now, and it's called A Dance with Technology. So far, I've collaborated with the Institute of Creative Technology to get a body scan. So just in a nutshell, it's a live dance performance that I'm going after. It's augmented and transformed by real-time motion capture and video projection. And so if you can visualize, this is my baby that I've been working on. Let's see. Okay, so the infrastructure and what it looks like is a front projection and a back projection. And I have assigned like a space where I'm behind a 9 by 12 foot screen, and I'll dance and cast a shadow behind the screen, while my virtual self is projected from the front projector. Does that make sense? So there's two silhouetted people, both me, but I would transform myself into a man, explore some gender roles that are going on, maybe go back into a child, and